Hopefully, okay. I gotta check to make sure everything's going on, but this could be pretty dope. I just noticed the tags on this are gonna be freaking wrong. Oh, it's already streaming, right? Oh crap. What about all the tags on the video? Well, I guess I'll change them afterwards. Whenever I'm always checking out the live stream, it's always at 720p. Alright, anyways. Welcome, boys, to a brand new video live stream. Today's live stream is going to be pretty freaking interesting. Today we're going to be looking at the Destiny 2 armor customization preview, which goes on live in 2 minutes. And then I bet there'll be like a 5-minute thing where we're going to have to actually wait for the actual live stream to start. But, yeah. I'm pretty hyped. You can see all the stuff that's been going on in my freaking thing. So, anyways. Yeah, this will be a different stream, obviously. I know you guys are used to the streams where I play Undertale and watch Undertale videos and not Undertale, Deltarune in the Deltarune Repainted. But we're actually doing something different. You guys wanted more streams, and more streams is what you guys are getting. This time, I'm going to be reacting to something I personally am in love with, which is Destiny. This game is freaking amazing. I love every second of it. So yeah, I mean, I'm probably going to freak out as a little girl. I'm probably going to freak out about small little things that no one else would think are interesting, but I do, and so it'll be kind of interesting. I don't know, man. It's gonna be pretty cool. If my Xbox friends were online, I'd invite them and I'd talk to them as well. That'd be kind of cool. But I think for now it'll just be me reacting to it by myself. I could react to it with other people, but I was not prepared enough. I literally got this started like right before this live stream is about to start, so whew. Just kind of cutting it close, honestly. But no, I'm hyped, guys. I really am. Let me go into face cam only. So yeah, I mean, this is gonna be pretty cool. Things I'm hoping for, but here's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting Bungie to just go ahead, show off Destiny 2, like, Shadowkeep stuff. Specifically, it's all about, this is armor customization, so I'm assuming it's just going to be almost all Armor 2.0. They might show more, but I'm keeping my expectations, like, where they should be. Because, for the most part, I'm expecting it to just be Armor 2.0. They might show off stuff like finishing moves that you can add to pieces of gear and stuff like that. Maybe. But for the most part, I think it's just going to be... Yeah. Alright, now we're just waiting for Bungie. Still haven't started the stream yet. Come on, Bungo. Start the stream. But, I mean, yeah. I don't really know what they're going to show, though. Because Armor 2.0 is still kind of a weird thing. Like, right now, all we know about Armor 2.0 is that there's, like, mods, and, like, that's it. You can add custom mods to stuff, and we know that, something's gonna happen with it. I think it started now. Nope. Still has not started. Huh. Okay. Weird. Has it started in other places? It might have started in other places, and maybe I'm just the only person who's not getting it. I'm gonna keep it on. But, yeah. So really what I'm hoping for is I'm hoping we get some, well, things that we shouldn't expect that I would like to see is I'd like to see finishing moves, because that was something that I was reminded of, and I was like, oh yeah, those freaking finishing moves, what are those going to be about? And then, you know, came out, is it freaking started yet? I'm going to check out Houndess's thing.
Where is Bungie's stream? Where are they at?
Yeah.
Good question.
Even Houndess is like, where are they at? Alright, I think Bungie is getting some last things ready up. Come on, Bungo, give us the stream. All right, but I guess this gives me some more time to talk. So I will. All right, so the biggest thing is Bungie needs to show us some new content, stuff we haven't seen, obviously. Shadowkeep comes out on October 1st now, so it's now delayed. So information is going to come out even slower than we originally thought it was going to. Because right now in August is when we should have started to get it, all this big stuff. But it looks like now we're just going to get a couple live streams here and there. A lot more than actually I think we got for Forsaken, so that's cool. You know. So who knows what kind of stuff. Personally, what I want to see in Armor is I want to see like some new mods, specifically some really cool stuff. Give me a reason to care about Armor. I feel like my biggest problem with Destiny 2 right now, for those of you who don't know, I'm a huge fan of Destiny 2, and so that's why I'm talking about this. I even have my Destiny Taken King poster in here, which this is definitely not a Taken King. This is more like a bigger Rise of Iron. It's kind of hard to explain because I don't think we had something like this in Destiny 1. Rise of Iron was big, but it wasn't like, whoa, like that big. It like we knew it was going to be smaller than Taken King. So, I mean, yeah, that's however much that is. But anyways, the point is that really the main thing, Armor, I need a reason to care about Armor. Because right now, Armor consists of two reasons that I want it. It's either got scavenger perks or perks that like let it so you can have more ammo and weapons, the mods that can make it so your super recharge faster, your class ability recharges faster. Like those are the only things that matter. Armor doesn't really affect the way your guns work. Like there's like unflinching stuff and stuff like that, but it doesn't really make that much of a noticeable difference. You know, like you want that stuff on, but I'm not really paying attention to those perks. So I mean, you know, who knows what Bungie might bring for us, but wow, this really is not starting right now. That's weird. Okay, I'm gonna check what's his face's stream again.
Kind of rejig, which I think is some stuff that they're going to talk about like a little bit.
Okay, so his stream's now working for some reason, but mine's not because I suck apparently. What did he do?
Tech, my dude, how's it going? Thank you so much for the tip as well. 777.
This is gonna be bad looking at someone else's stream instead of my own.
We got them Bungie numbers going. Kojima. Dude, it's a mixed bag. They're making us wait for it. They're doing all the build-ups right.
Alright, well, I want to see the kind of stuff they talked about.
An official countdown. Okay, they're giving us the
10-minute
countdown.
Alright, so they gave him a 10-minute countdown, showing off original Destiny, and going on the Vault of Glass, Dark Below. 2014 is when the game came out. Wow, that's 5 years ago, right? Dang. 2015 was Prison of Elders. It's 2015. Dang. Oh, stuff's 2015. Wow. It's a while ago. What is happening? Ah, there we go. Now my stream's working. Awesome, look at that. We would even go into full screen. Alright, there we go. Yeah, look at this. Wrath of the Machine. Oh, dude. Pause for a second. Wrath of the Machine is easily my favorite out of any of the deals, out of any of the raids ever. Wrath of the Machine is easily the best raid. Now I know. September 23rd, 2016 was when we got that. We got the raid on the 23rd of... Wow, yeah. It's a very interesting date for sure. Back to being live. The Leviathan, 2017. 2017? Wait, what? Original Destiny 2 was 2017? Huh? Wow. That's crazy, dude. Curse of Osiris was 2017. No one liked Curse of Osiris. I'm sorry, dude. That DLC was not very good. It was okay, but they had issues for sure. The campaign was actually probably the coolest part of Curse of Osiris. That part where like you get to see like Mercury changed. That was pretty cool. Eater of Worlds, I didn't play it till after it came out, like a way while after it came out. By the time I beat Eater of Worlds, Spire of Stars was already out, which was the second DLC to come out after Eater of Worlds, so yeah, it was interesting. Warmind. That was a pretty good DLC. Not as... Warmind was good for in-game content-wise. And I actually got back into the game because of Warmind. Then, after Warmind came... oh. It was the same day as Warmind, right? Yeah, same day as Warmind. Don't know why that required its own special thing. Was Escalation Protocol considered the raid of Warmind? But Warmind got its own raid.
Hello, Guardians, and welcome to the pregame lobby for another Bungie live stream. This is not the beginning of the show. This is a sound check. Right now, behind the scenes, we are adjusting our audio levels. Please take this as an opportunity to do the same so that you can hear us at a reasonable tone. If you can hear the sound of my voice, please sound off with a hell yeah. The show will begin in approximately
Heck yeah.
4.5 minutes. We're glad you're here.
Oh, heck yeah. Whisper the Worm! Okay, I definitely need to turn them up. Oh, wait. Was it called Season of the Outlaw? Oh, they're always now referring to it as the seasons. All right. Is that much better? I think it. I hopefully it's better. I don't want to make it too loud, but I also want to make it not loud enough. All right, Gambit. Gambit came out around the same time as all this other stuff. Last Wish. Oh, Season of the Outlaw was Forsaken. Oh, I'm an idiot. I was like, huh? Shattered Throne. Ooh, that came out on the 25th of September. Okay. Yeah, on the 3rd week. Yeah. That's when we were like, huh? We didn't win the raid? That was kind of cool. Fun stuff. Season of the Forge. This is when I stopped playing Destiny for a while because I hated that you had to be 610 for the first mission. And I was like, yeah, nah, fam, I'm good. It wasn't that good. I've been playing the Forges now. I'm actually trying to get through them, so who knows, maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Scourge of the Past came out December 7th. Huh? This came out in December? Yeah, no wonder I didn't play any of this. Dude, December is a horrible time to be playing Destiny. Considering it's Christmas time and you're getting tons of stuff. Season of the Drifter. That came out. Whoa. There was no big content between December and then like 3 months after that. Wow, that sucks. Gambit Prime came out the same day. Yeah, a lot of people are interested in Gambit Prime because heavy ammo. Bungie, please explain a fix for how heavy can be changed. Oops. Because we'd kind of like to know that. That'd be cool. 0 Hour. Whoa. Oh, that came in a while after Gambit Prime. Dang. They're not mentioning anything else in it. They don't want to mention that not the Revelry, but something else came out during 0 Hour. Speaking of which, are they skipping the events kind of stuff? Season of Opulence. Ayo, that's the good one right there. That's the good stuff. That came out 2019. All right, we've got a minute left, boys. Woo! Hype. Ooh, here we go. What's this? Is this Shadowkeep's menu music? I was just thinking about that. Oh, the hype music. Do we got anyone in this chat? I don't think we have anyone in this chat today. It's too early in the morning for people. Even if it's not in the morning, it's 1 o'clock, but, you know, besides that. I mean, are any of you hyped in the comments? Ayo, can I get a hype? Hype? Anyone? Maybe just me? Okay, I guess it's just me. I'm hyped, though. This is actually gonna be great. Oh, we're starting. Okay. I know it's automatically gonna start out with a Vidoc, because it always does. Quality feels kind of low, even though I'm playing in HD. But whatever. I don't really care. Well, I do, but I'll just live with it.
Hello and welcome to the show. Today we are here to build a better monster killing machine and to preview what we have been calling behind the scenes Armor 2.0. This fall, when Shadowkeep launches on October 1st, you're going to have a whole new set of building blocks that you can use to build the ideal Guardian, whatever you think ideal is, depending on your fighting style. And today we're going to take a look at that process, give you a preview of just some of the options, and who better to build the ideal Guardian than some of the developers who have been working on these new in-game systems. I'm Deej, I will be your host, but I'm going to invite the talented people who make the games that we want to play, and we hope you do as well, to introduce themselves and to kick off the conversation. Morning.
Hi, I'm Rodney Thompson, and I am the feature lead for Armor 2.0.
All right, fantastic.
What do you make today?
Why don't we
and
join
today I'm
their
making a
Guardians
Titan.
who are now live in the tower.
I'm Lisa Brown. I'm
today
Senior
what
Sandbox
we're going to
Designer,
do
and
is-
today I will be building a warlock that suits my personal tastes.
Hi, Tomo Kinoshita. I'm the combat area lead. And anyone that knows me knows that I love Hunter, so that's what I'm doing today.
Ew.
All right, fantastic. So,
Oh, we got a
why don't we
woman
join
showing off
their
warlocks?
Guardians who
Okay,
are now
cool.
live in the tower. Today, what we're going to do is slightly contrived. I will admit that right up front. We are using a build in the development environment. Obviously, it is not October 1st, so we're showing you the game in the environment.
Whoa,
where
wait a
we're
minute.
testing the game right now.
It doesn't show our level
And
anymore.
If you are playing Solstice of Heroes, and if you're acquiring your fabulous dress uniforms, you may know that the armor that you are acquiring and adding glow to will become Armor 2.0 on October 1st with our fall releases. So let's take a look at these three players, fully dressed in the Solstice of Heroes gear sets. And let's pretend
I do
that
think the
it is
Twitch
this
stream's
fall.
probably a higher quality.
These players have been playing Destiny. They've been earning the mods. They've been earning the materials that they need to upgrade those mods. And let's step through that process. Rodney, what's the first step in taking Solstice of Heroes armor and turning it into
set
Armor
of
2.0?
Solstice gear. Yeah, so if you earned the legendary set,
Let's take a look. So at a glance,
Okay, so
talk to
skipping a
us
little bit,
about
but there we go.
What are some of the first changes that we can observe, even at this level of the character inspection screen for Armor 2.0?
sure. Yeah, so one of the first things you'll notice is that with the introduction of Armor 2.0,
Who's got
we're also
Lumina?
reintroducing Intelligence, Discipline, and Strength, the three stats from the first Destiny game that will now sit alongside
Whoa.
mobility, resilience, and recovery.
Wait, what the
stats
heck?
from Destiny 2. And those stats now, instead of scaling from
Oh, whoa,
10,
whoa, there's already a lot of
scale
stuff
from
going on.
0 up to 100.
The freaking Sparrow and the
if you do
Ghost
a
are in the
program, you can see
main
we've
HUD?
added some information about what each of these stats does and shows you where you're at on that 0 to 100 scale.
What the
So, for
heck is
example,
happening?
Mobility, one of the things it does is it increases your base speed, and each of the stats has break points at every 10 points of stats, so 10, 20,
What's with the
30.
lag?
And once you cross that breakpoint, cross that threshold, you enter a new tier. And so once you're in a tier, that's when you gain the benefits of that, the increased benefits of that tier. So for example, right now you can see mobility for my character I've got 30 mobility that puts me at tier 3, which gives me the 12% base speed.
Oh,
speed
dude,
increase.
that's gonna be
And you
interesting.
can see resilience is giving you extra shield capacity. Recovery helps you recover more quickly from when you get damaged. Your discipline is going to govern your grenade recharge rates.
Are we gonna be able to hold more than 250,000 glimmer? That's what I'm interested in.
Your intellect will increase.
Oh,
super ability,
intellect, it's
super ability
back.
Cooldown time, and your strength will decrease your melee ability cooldown time. So
Wow.
basically, these 6 stats.
That's cool.
Are the first thing that you'll notice. On
Yeah,
the
automatically.
screen.
That's all right.
And
I'm
these
already
are
interested.
Stats from the armor itself. So each set of armor is going to have
Holy
some number
crap.
of points in each of the 6 stats, and they all combine together
Void energy?
to
What?
give you your total. And of course the class items.
Yeah, what's with that
have
void
stats on
energy,
it.
dude?
But these basically will combine together to give you your total. And so what you're going to be doing is you're going to be collecting armor, finding the right combination of stats for the build that you want to make.
I'm guessing the
and then
energy is probably gonna be
put
for the
those
artifact,
together to
which I bet they'll
create
show later on.
your particular build.
Great introductory summary. I hope people collected all of that detail, because I can tell you that right now in chat, I'm seeing people observing the fact that my ghost is over my shoulder and my sparrow is right behind me. So yes,
Yeah,
you
what the
can,
heck?
You can observe your ride and how well it pairs with your armor. We're investing a lot more in your personal vanity, your
Yeah.
personal.
That's a good
creative
point, yeah,
expression
'cause a lot of people like
hero
to
is.
deck out
So,
their
yeah,
ride
you can
according
see
to
your
their
ghost, you can
stuff.
see your vehicle, you can see all of your armor and how it pairs well together.
The mini
You can
sparrow in the
find
background.
style. And,
Yeah.
yes, confirmed. Glimmer cap has been raised to 250,000.
Yes.
So there's a lot to love.
Oh, was it? Oh, it was only
User
100,000
interface
before, right?
team
Yeah.
Has thrown a lot of love at this screen, and
250,000.
there's a lot of things that people can pick through and
pretty
enjoy
awesome.
about the hero that they are nurturing. So why don't you take us through the process? We want you to build a Titan that is ideal for you.
Right.
We will see one way to build a Titan, and of course there will be many, many permutations.
Why are they doing
Things
this on
that we are
PS4, not
talking about
PC?
Today, Venom in our Mixer chat said, "I hope this reveal is not too revealing," and that's always kind of the game. That's the double-edged sword. We want to.
Whoa,
give
are
you
they gonna
some
announce
excitement
60
about
FPS
what
on
awaits you
consoles?
this fall, but we also want to make sure
love
that there
that.
are some things that you get to experience for the first time
Please.
in the game. So we're going to show you some of the
Please tell
building
me
blocks.
60
We're going
FPS
to
on
show you the
consoles.
process that you can use to pair those together to invent new fighting styles for yourself. We are not going to be talking too much about finishing moves or the artifact or the additional
Shoot.
perks in there.
Shoot.
We're going to take a look at armor customization today. That's the theme for this stream, and I'll be calling out some other moments in the very near future where we'll be elaborating on some of these topics.
Okay.
Enough from me. Let's go
That's
back to you.
what I was
Let's go to
hoping
your
for, is for
workbench,
finishing
and let's
moves.
see,
But
how
I know
the
that's a
Titans will
cosmetic
live
thing
and
that they
breathe
don't really
and
want to
Yeah,
advertise.
So, one of the things you said was that
too
we're
much.
trying to focus more on letting you make the decisions to build your character the way you want to look and the way you
With
want to
6
play.
different options, that's
So
pretty
everyone's gonna
good.
have a different method of deciding like what is the right thing for them to do to make their character. So for me, I like to start with a pretty straightforward concept of like how do I want to play in the fire team with these other two. So
Melee
I
charge,
wanna
really?
play a
Like,
support
no one really
character.
cared
Like,
about
that's
melee
what I play.
charge.
I like to play healers and
Duh.
defenders and people that basically.
I don't really
buff
think
my
anyone's gonna
allies.
really
So
care about
I
that.
decided that what
Maybe
I'm gonna do is I'm
grenades.
gonna play a support character. I'm gonna
But
play
super is
a,
definitely going to be something
Titan
people are going to bump up
using
super
Mordon as my
a
super.
lot.
Okay.
I've picked Lumina as my exotic hand cannon, and then I also
New weapons?
have Tatara Gaze and an Avalanche, so that basically I'm covering all 3 of my damage.
Was Avalanche a
types.
dawning weapon? I don't have that
So
weapon.
since I'm going to be using
that a
these
thing?
weapons and I'm going to be building
What was the
a support
Dawning?
character, I'm going to really
played the
focus
Dawning last time it
on,
came out.
Trying to keep my
What the heck is an
melee up,
Avalanche?
pretty often, so I can give out overshields to people. I want to keep my class ability up because I'm also going to use the Crest of Alpha Lupi here,
Okay.
and so that's the sort of core that I'm going to be building around. Then I'm going to go in and I'm going to pick my mods.
Wait.
based
Does the
on
Crest of
that.
Alpha Lupi
So-
now have
So we
stats?
just saw you acquire your Solstice of Heroes armor
Yeah.
from the gunsmith. How does one acquire an exotic 2.0?
Sure. So exotic items are all converted over to Armor 2.0 so that when they drop in the world, they will be Armor 2.0-ified.
Yeah.
That's a word, by the way. But also, we've gone in and we've changed over all of the exotics in your collections so that if you've already collected a particular exotic, you'll be able to pull it out of your collections as an Armor 2.0 piece.
That's
So
cool.
on a fixed roll, so you'll still want to go out there and find drops that have a different role that suit your character, but
Yes.
you'll be able to get a version of it out of your collections.
All right, that's
On
cool.
October 1st, my stag, my helmet, my
Yes.
coat rack, my beloved coat rack helmet.
I think that's fair
will
enough
be
because
waiting for me
yeah,
in
exotics are
collections
something
as
that
our
you can't
Stag
make
2.0.
That is
new
correct,
for say
yes.
you can't make
Yeah.
new Shadowkeep exotics, so people will get
now
ticked.
that I've sort of got my basic theme and I picked out my exotics, I'm going to go in and I'm going to start modifying my gear. And so one of the first things you'll notice is that the randomized perks are gone and instead have been replaced by armor energy and armor mods.
So no
we
random
have
perks
3
anymore.
mod
Thank
sockets down
God.
below, and we have energy up on the top. And so just to talk about that a little bit, basically
I don't like random
each,
perks. I'm sorry,
type
guys.
of armor
You
will
can
have
whine about it in the
a,
comments. I don't care.
An energy type and an energy amount.
I don't like 'em.
This number goes from 1 to 10. And this number can be upgraded. So
Does armor
basically,
cannot accept mods
the
that
energy
require arc or solar
amount
energy?
tells you how many mods of which energy cost can be socketed in. So just a quick look.
Oh.
For example, the Paragon mod costs 4 energy. The Void Resistance mod costs 1 Void energy. So Void mods can
Oh.
only be socketed into Void armors. Anything that requires
Okay,
any
I
energy
thought
can
that
go
was something
into
completely
armor
different, but
piece.
yeah,
Your
no.
budget
Okay, that
to
makes sense.
spend now.
Yeah, exactly. So,
But your budget is not maximized there. You
it
have
is not
5
yet.
out of 10.
Yes, and so what I'm going to do
Total of
is
10.
just to sort of show you how this works. Basically, I know that I'm going to be using my
Oh, so you
sniper
can-
rifle a lot.
So there would be
because I
some
wanna
mods,
get,
and that's
I
cool
wanna
too.
get
So then they can add like
super
level
nerdy
10
because I
mods,
have
so that you
enough
can
mods
have
for
any
that.
other
So
mods except for one, but that mod would be like really good or something.
Here I can look at my mods. I can see some of them are grayed out. That means I don't have enough energy to socket those in. If I move my cursor over it, you can see that the energy bars start to fill up and flash up there saying, hey, this is how much energy this mod is going to consume.
Yeah.
If I move my cursor over one of the mods that I don't have enough energy for, you can see it turns red and it shows me, hey, there's 1 energy bar there that we
Oh,
still need
yeah,
to be able to
that's cool.
socket this in. So I want to make sure I've got this enhanced sniper rifle targeting because I don't want to look bad on the stream when I miss a headshot. So
No one wants to
I'm going
look
to go
bad
ahead
on
and
the stream.
upgrade here.
Enhancement
So
prisms?
now I've upgraded
The
it
fudge?
and I've got enough energy for
I think
it,
that just
so
means
I'm gonna go
enhancement
ahead
cores. I bet they're
and
changing it to prisms
socket
again.
this in. So now I've got enhanced
something.
sniper rifle targeting right there waiting on me. And it's also worth noting that mod didn't go away. Right.
Aha.
Unlocks are the future.
Yes, all armor mods are unlocked. So once you've acquired it once, it is then unlocked forever. It can be socketed into as many
What?
pieces of armor as you want, unsocketed.
Oh,
whatever,
thank God. Okay.
However you want to do it.
That's awesome.
We thought this was important because we want you to.
But are you gonna only be able to apply it to one piece of armor at a time?
Swap things out. So
I don't think so.
once
Actually, I
you've
think
got
you'll be
it,
able to
You've got it forever.
apply it to a lot.
Wonderful.
Oh well, no, it's a helmet armor mod only,
And
so you'll
then,
need to find the
As you
Arm
unlock
mod
these
of it.
different masterwork tiers,
that
we
makes
can
sense.
see that there are
enhancement
some new
prisms.
materials. There are some new economies in play here. We've seen, look at this, ascendant shards.
Yes. Yeah, so
Huh?
we have some new materials that are going to be required to upgrade these. They'll be available from various reward sites throughout the game.
Oh, that means you can master exotic armor now.
To finally upgrade your
Yep.
armor to its top tier, one of the things you'll be able to notice, it's a little difficult to see right now. Here, I'm going to move. There we go. Is that each of my stat bars shows an increase there. You can see the green on the side of the stat bars.
Yeah.
That's because when you upgrade an armor to its full masterwork level, it actually gives you +2 to every stat all the way down the line. So basically, that's the benefit
that's cool.
you get in addition to being able to put in more mods into your armor.
Sure. Now, the topic of enhancement cores.
So you want to
Cores,
masterwork it so you can get
acquiring
a
these things
buff
has
to
been
all
a
those stats.
Very loud topic of conversation in our community. Dismantle something in your inventory and cross your fingers, or complete a bounty have been some of your best paths to earning those things. I'm told, and I'd like for you to confirm for me again, there are multiple different sources for these materials. So if you find yourself wanting, if you find yourself going and doing way too much business with the spider, we have new pathways that you can travel to earn those things.
Yeah, there's going to be new ways to get them, and there's also going to be ways that you can sort of upgrade into
It's so bouncy
more
for a second to
advanced,
tie in.
advanced materials as well. So, yeah, we hope that it's going to be a process where you sort of see, okay, here's what I need to do to get the things that I need to upgrade my armor.
Yeah, and we'll be talking about this a little bit more actually when we are in Germany for Gamescom. We'll be talking a little bit more about how the Nightfall will play a role in your acquisition of these materials, and then later on we'll talk about.
Oh no, they're gonna make Nightfall required.
But
Oh,
we
no.
don't want this to be a famine. We want you to get out, and play Destiny and earn the things that you need so that you can have fun building your character and customizing it so it's really an extension of the way you like to play. But anyway, while I try to diffuse the controversy along the way, please continue down the path.
Sure.
And show us what you got.
Fair enough.
So I've already got my enhanced sniper rifle targeting in, and now I want to go ahead and make sure I've got plenty of ammo for this. So one of the things we've done is we've broken out the ammo finders into specific weapon ammo finders. So I'm going to be going in here and getting my sniper rifle ammo finder. We've also made sure that the ammo finders, they not only work a little bit more reliably, but they also show you that they are working a little bit more visibly. And hopefully when we get into the actual gameplay, we'll be able to show off exactly what that looks like. So I'm going to go
That's
ahead
cool.
and socket that in. So
I guess that's a good point, yeah, because for a lot of perks, like you can't really see the effects, and that's what we were talking about with like, that's why people like Rampage and Kill Clip so much, because you can actually see how it's helping you.
Major resist. I think for this one, I'm gonna put in major resist, just because I ain't scared of no minors. And yeah, so that's my helmet. And so now I'm gonna go over here and start working on my gauntlets. So let's see here.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna
This
be
man's
using
really about to
my
just spec out his
Luna a
Titan.
lot to buff people. So I think, and that's probably my primary. So I think I'm gonna go with enhanced hand cannon loader. From there, I need to upgrade.
Oh, shut up. You know what you're doing.
So
Oh, it goes enhancement cores, then enhancement prisms, and then ascendant shards. So,
let's see here. Also do
the masterworking is gonna be like one of those in-game
I'm not
things.
gonna be using
You're
my
gonna wanna.
grenade that much, so I don't think that one's gonna be.
So
able to
where's
do too
the?
much.
So now my question is, where's the ornament
I don't
design
have anything
thing
my
for changing the way
right
armor
now,
looks?
So I think actually what I'm gonna do is go with my large weapon loader here, so that I've got something for my machine gun. So my hand cannon and my machine gun are gonna have a pretty good reload rate.
So now,
I've used up all my energy, so nothing in my general socket for this one. All right.
Interesting how
So
you're
my
letting
issue
people
becomes
really
is,
double down on the things that are important to them with some expensive mods.
Armor
but
perk.
If you want to diversify a little bit more, you can pick some of the cheaper options
cool.
and
Yeah.
have different skills across the spectrum.
And it's worth noting in this particular one right here, I picked an enhanced mod and then I picked a broadly useful mods, and those are pretty expensive. If I instead was to pick something more specific, like my sniper rifle loader, it's a little bit more on the expensive side because there are both special and heavy sniper rifles, and also the reload time on the sniper rifle is really, really important. But if I was just using regular hand cannon loader, I would be able to afford more mods. So basically, you kind of have to make a choice about how important it is to you, and it could be that based on the perks that you have on your particular hand cannon, that reloader mod isn't as important to you, right? So it's going to be about weighing what perks I have on my weapon.
everything uses
what perks
glimmer
I
though,
need on my armor
like for
to
all that
meet
equipping.
that gameplay
Why?
style that I'm aiming
It's
at.
500 glimmer, I know, but that's gonna stack
So I'm
up over
gonna
time, right?
start,
That's 500, that's 1,000 glimmer every time.
So I'm going to go ahead and crank this up.
While you do that, Miss Noodle in our Twitch chat is asking, do we have to acquire these mods before we can use them?
Yes.
Yes. And how? Where will these mods be found?
That's a good point.
How can players expect to be acquiring these?
Yeah, so the mods will actually drop from about 3 different sources. You'll be able to get them from the gunsmith. He will both sell mods on a rotating basis, so basically they'll rotate through and
Fair
you just
enough.
buy them from him.
Yeah.
You can also get them from gunsmith packages, so like if you get the gunsmith Ingram, sometimes it will include a mod.
Okay.
You'll also be able to get them from just world Ingrams, and then also some of the mods, like the enhanced mods, will come from Ingrams that you'll get from Iron Banner and the Raid and other Pinnacle sources. So basically, they're grouped into big chunks there. So
There are
that's
pinnacle
good.
mods?
Yeah. A
Huh?
lot less guessing.
What?
People know what to do. People
Oh,
know where to
good.
go.
Oh, goody.
All right,
In-game
so
mods.
Because I'm going to be using a sniper rifle, I want to make sure I've got plenty of reserves there. And I think also in this case, I want to make sure that I am not getting flinched as well. So I think again, I'm using a lot of enhanced
I think this guy went from
perks.
250,000, right? He went from 250,000 to.
A lot of my budget, but again, I got one left over here, so I think another major resist to just double down. And that is.
Are you playing
my
PvP?
chest
PvE?
piece. Now, when I start getting into the boots here, I definitely have to make sure that I'm picking up plenty of sniper rifle ammo. So I'll grab my sniper rifle scavenger, and I think also I need more energy. Yeah, might want to do that.
It seems like there are some themes to the types of impact that different types of gear have on your build.
Yeah, so boots are always going to have
Looks like
scavenger
the
perks
boots
now.
here really indicate what sort of ammo you're acquiring.
Yes.
Josh,
So one
what?
of the things
What's
we
up,
do is
Aiden?
make sure that basically for the sockets that are armor piece specific, like these are the leg armor mods, there are certain mechanics that are only found in there. So all of the scavenger
Help
mods
generating
are
orbs,
down
dude,
here
come
as well. Plus, like traction is on the boots. If you look at like the chest, basically that's where the capacity and the unflinching ones are mods are. And this is similar to how things are distributed in the perks right now and the random armor in the game right now. But we've just sort of doubled down on making it so that they have a very clear, like, hey, these are boot mods, these are chest mods, etc. The one thing that is nice though is that because these two slots are they're both just leg armor slots, you can have a scavenger mod and a scavenger mod where you couldn't have that before, right? You couldn't have two scavenger mods. You couldn't have two unflinching mods, right? Like if I wanted to, I could have unflinching sniper rifle and unflinching hand cannon if I wanted to.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
So,
Yeah, you
like,
can.
there's a little bit more flexibility.
You could do
in
shotgun
how
sniper, or you could do
what kinds of
shotgun
mechanics
scavenger and
you
sniper
have access to
scavenger
at
and
any
just.
time.
Oh,
So I'm gonna keep
that's not good.
sniper rifle scavenger,
That's scary.
I think traction. And that leaves me with 4 left over. So since I've got 4 left over, I think what I actually want to do is I'm not going to use all my energy, but I'll increase my strength because I'm going to want to give overshields to these guys. So I want to make sure I keep my melee up pretty often.
Okay.
So now getting down here into my last piece, my class item. This is where I want to make sure that I put in my remote connection. This is how I'm going to get my super energy in order to cast Word of Dawn. So I want to make sure I'm getting lots of
He's gonna
cycling
forget that
kills.
he's gonna have to put in more energy for.
Into my
Oh
sniper
nope.
rifle
Okay,
perks
he's
so
remembering
far.
that.
And then I think, yeah, I'm going to be using my class ability a fair amount because I've got the Crest of Alpha Lupi, so I'm going to go ahead and put Perpetuation in, and this is going to leave me with quite a bit of energy left over. So I think what I'm going to do is, with this 5 left over, I'm going to go ahead and put in Intellect mod.
That thing's got an exotic rarity to it. Oh, I can only imagine that's gonna be from like
Yes,
Nightfalls
so
or
now
from
I
more of the
have
in-game activity
put
stuff
in
that
a
Shadowkeep's
full
gonna show.
suite of mods on all of my armor.
But also, by the way, masterworked exotics are a thing now.
Those tooltips
That's cool.
down there. The UI team did a great job of coming in and making sure that the tooltips reflect the changes in Armor 2.0. You can see an armor's energy type, its energy amount. You can see its stats. You can see the fact that it has fully masterwork stats. It was
pretty cool.
I didn't call it out, but one of the things you might have noticed is that the intellect mod. Well, you won't be able to see it on this one actually, but let me go back to the legs. Sorry. Yeah. So the strength mod here. When I move my cursor over it, the stat bars actually change, so I can see like, hey, this is going to add to the strength of this
Wow.
item. So it adds it in, and you see this.
Whoa, that actually does increase. So you actually get to see how much strength it increases now. That's cool. That wasn't actually a thing you could see before.
Nice preview.
And you can actually just kind of tell what's going on with your
Yeah,
gear.
so now I've got all my mechanics in place.
You guys
but I think the
only got
last
opulence
and
gear, though.
Occasionally, most important part of this is I gotta make myself look pretty.
Come on,
because
yeah, let's go.
I can't not play the fashion game a little bit.
Yep.
So I like my solstice gear for the most part, but I think I want to change out this headpiece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here and I'm going to go into my ornaments. And I'm
Whoa ho ho ho!
Oh yeah, this is the one. Right
These
here.
are the universal ornaments that we gave sort of just a conversational, textual preview of in a previous conversation. And I mean, this is a huge shift for us.
It is.
Playing the tactical game, building the perfect tactical guardian meant that your style choices took a back seat. You could apply some shaders and try to get yourself closer to how you want to look. But now, when you look at a guardian at a glance, you're not necessarily going to know how they fight.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I mean, one of the things we don't do is we don't override.
Also the
exotics.
rare and green
So you're always
versions
gonna be able
of
to
the
recognize
armor.
the exotic that someone's wearing. But yeah, you'll be able to change your appearance. And we felt like
Question,
it's important
the
because, like, people
extra
want
ornament
to,
stuff, the glows,
play, they wanna look
that's
at
the
what
other
they're
thing. I
wearing,
know that for a
I
fact.
feel like they
Can you
should be
attach
able
the
to do
glows
those
to
things
the
without a lot of friction. So we're starting this
to
off
other
with
versions of the
the
armor?
universal
If that's so,
sets,
then that's
in that
gonna be
direction.
really
We're
awesome.
Starting off with the universal ornaments.
Come on,
which,
show it.
you can see I
Show
put
it.
my fancy bighorn helmet here.
You
I'm
frick.
like, this looks okay, right? But That blue and that gold clash. I think I gotta start applying some shaders here.
No good.
Some shaded
Yeah.
action.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm a big fan of this New Age Black Armory.
Is that your favorite too?
Well, it's one of them. It looks so darn good on this Solstice set, and
Oh, I have a feeling of the other.
look at that. That red
Lovely
and that gold
gold.
is just.
Now, if the loop by gold trim goes with
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
very stylish, very fashionable.
Listen, I may have made some choices based on cosmetics here. All right.
This is Destiny in full effect.
Indeed.
So-
I think it's cool that they try not to advertise the glows to people who don't have them. You know, people who
The
can't
other
get
thing
like
I like about
1,000.
the Solstice one here is that I don't have any armor glows. Oh well. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with this right here. So yeah, that is,
Oops.
look at that. Look at that beautiful,
Very
magnificent
nice.
Titan there.
Now, if you have achieved the glow in Solstice of
Yes.
Heroes, we don't have that in this development build, but we do want to call out that you would be able to apply that glow to this Guardian. So those are things that you get to bring forward with you into the third year of Destiny 2. You get to be as fabulous as your
Why
heart
does the-
desires.
Look
So
at that.
Why does he have a
Look at that
Destiny symbol
majesty.
above his head?
So majestic.
Very beautiful. All right, thank you. Anything else to say about your Titan?
Nah, I'm good.
You're ready to go. All
I'm
right, so
ready.
we're going to be hand-picking a strike that we're going to
Does
play.
Dawning have
once
this
all
kind of
our
armor? Did I
weapons are
forget about
sorted.
this Dawning armor?
Lisa and Tomo have been doing a little bit of the busy work.
Or is
behind
this
the scenes,
happening
some of the master working and upgrading.
later this year?
So
I don't know.
now we can just get to
I feel like I
building.
forgot about this.
Lisa,
Yeah.
a warlock after my own heart.
That's true.
But how do you like to fight? How are you
So-
feeling today?
A woman
I'm feeling
warlock.
extremely lazy today, as you may tell, because I wore my pajamas to work. So I'm going to focus my build around the Getaway Artist exotic, which is an exotic where a Stormcaller can consume their grenade to get an Arc Soul that, not just any Arc Soul, a sentient Arc Soul, which is like Arc Soul times 1,000.
810, by the way.
So I'm really going to rely on.
Are we getting 1,000 power?
Arc
'Cause,
Souls, they've
yes,
pretty
baby,
good
if that's the
at getting
case,
grenade energy
then
back,
count
but
me
I
in.
wanna make absolute sure that I have that grenade up as often as possible, so I can have my Arc Buddy up as often as possible. So I'm going to approach it a little bit differently than Rodney. I'm just going to start out by going through every one of my armors and putting in the Discipline mod, which reduces my grenade cooldown, because that's sort of the core of this build, is having that Arc Buddy up. So I'm just going to pre-slot everything, so that way I know like how much I have to work with left over. And I want to point out that some of these mods stack with each other, like these Discipline mods. They'll stack with the ones you put on other ones. Other mods, like the mods that show up in these two slots, you can't put like double rocket launcher scavenger in both of them. If
Fair
you
have
assign one, then you
I
can't
have a
assign
feeling
the
if
other.
you did, you'd be
But
getting
they're
like
pretty
6
low
million.
labeled, like what stacks and what doesn't stack, I'd say.
In some occasions, it won't even let you equip a mod
Yeah.
that doesn't stack, right?
Yeah, if it doesn't stack, it'll just be like,
Yeah.
you can't equip
They'll
this.
get grayed out.
Yeah, and so.
So the system doesn't let you waste your mods. It doesn't let you build.
Yeah.
It doesn't let you build Guardians that has perks that aren't well combined.
Yeah,
I'd also like to observe that doubling down on Discipline is a hilarious combination with wearing your
Yes.
pajamas to work.
yes. So now I am at tier 9 of Discipline, so I get my grenade back in 37 seconds, pretty quick. So now that I have that, because my Arc Buddy is doing most of the work, I'm going to do something a little crazy and run double special weapons. So I'm going to run Arbalest in my primary and another fusion rifle in my secondary. So no, or kinetic. Yes, kinetic and second. You know the terms. They go 2 slots. I'm using 2 special ammo. So that means I
Yeah,
really have
we
to
got you.
do
Don't
a
worry.
lot to focus on ammo for those 2, since I would be running.
That's a good
out.
point, yeah.
So for my other 2
You
slots,
gonna need some
I'm gonna
ammo,
focus
person.
on- got fusion rifle ammo finder and linear fusion rifle ammo finder, because this is going to be what
This
generates
is
most of my ammo
interesting
since,
for sure. It's hard because it's like we're watching someone mod their armor.
for my
This will be really
Yeah,
cool
let's see
in
what we got.
like in
So you'll
actual
notice,
action. I feel it's
the
harder to
energy
watch a
types,
person do
they're
this for like
different,
10 hours.
And depending on the energy type,
But-
that controls what mods are available. So it's only showing me the ones that can go in this armor. Stuff with no energy type requirement or stuff with arc.
So if she had like solar or
I'm not going to be
also, do you get to
really
choose what kind of energy the armor is, or does the
grenades
armor
because
choose
I'm
what
gonna
kind of
be
it is,
using
and then
them,
that's part of the random
but I
getting more of
might,
that one armor, so you
I
can
might
get a different
do
energy
this
type.
one, which
I don't know.
gives me grenade energy for melee attacks.
Again, cool
So
though
I'm gonna
that
just
your
let it
armor
think to
actually
get that grenade
matters.
up
Again, that you
running.
can
And then
have
what
the
else we
keep
got?
design you like. I can finally not look super crappy while going all the way through Shadowkeep.
So I'll give something.
I can wear my cool armor the entire way, which is some Gucci stuff.
Just
I'm
a fill it
excited
out.
for that. I'm hyped.
Let's see.
I'm glad I get to look like a
For my
boss all the way through
robes,
Shadowkeep.
I'm
Hopefully.
going to again do reserves because running two
Yeah, well,
special
infusing's still gonna be a
weapons
thing,
means
so I mean, I'll
focus
probably
on
still
ammo
could look kind of
mods.
crappy, but
For my leg,
whatever.
let's see here. What do we got? Again, I'm just going
Yeah,
to do the
scavenger.
scavengers. So I've got scavenger, reserve, and finder all for my two weapons so that I will stay healthy and full of ammo. For my last slot, let's do enhanced bomber, you know, another way to get more grenade energy back. And what else have we got in here?
I think that's the last one there.
Oh yeah, obviously light reactor because I'm putting all these stats into discipline, my intellect is running a little low. So this will help me keep my super energy up in spite of that, using light reactor for my fusion rifle. Alright, so now I'm all kitted out. Another thing I want to show is
I wanna
when
skip.
you hold down left trigger to compare your armor now, you get a nice little flyout window that gives you the full descriptions of all your mods and perks,
Oh,
which is handy for a quick glance.
that's
So You
cool.
don't have to go into the actual item
Yeah.
to read it.
That's
Thank
pretty
you.
cool.
So that's a nice quality of life thing from the UI folks.
Good job, UI folks.
All right, so got my lazy warlock. Let's make.
It's great that they're doing all this. This is just for armor. This is like
So
a whole
Brandon kinda sped through this,
very
but
small
we
part of the
basically
game that they're just
separated all the
updating so
cosmetics
much
into
for
their
just
screen.
one
So
DLC.
when you're in the inspections,
And I mean, I know this will
down,
continue to go on
just
for the rest of the
bring up,
game.
all the cosmetic
Oh!
stuff. So
She's got the armor glows.
I don't really know exactly what I want yet, so I'm just gonna shop around a little bit. Let's see, what do I like? What do I like? I'll do this one. Put a nice shader on it. Got lots of shaders. I'm a purple fan. Let's see.
Put on the ornaments. I want to see what the glows. I want to see what the glows. Please show me that the glow works on that armor.
I have to shop around a little bit, so I'll do this nice purple helmet.
You
Good
crap.
artist, I'm going
You got to show us if the ornament works or not with just regular armor.
the ornament because this also has a nice purple theme.
Ooh.
Some gold to
Wow.
match
Awesome looking ornament.
solstice
This is
robes.
gay. Season rank 1. See, I'm confused about the season rank 1 on the top left, you know? Like, what does that mean? Does that mean your clan is season rank 1? But, like, she's not in a clan, so why would it...
Looks nice.
Like, it's kind of
Look at that.
jerky to show that to a person, you know?
Styling. Let's do some layers.
They're really showing off the solstice armor. I mean, I guess it's because they're trying to show us this is what you're going to be doing.
Glows from Solstice, so I'm gonna put those on. It's it's subtle. It's not too flashy. I don't want to be too flashy. What's my
Yeah, you're not a
The
hunter.
blows. I'm not a
There's
hunter.
some dignity here.
Hey,
and,
Fair enough. Screw you,
Put
hunters.
some red on there to like bring out the other colors and the other shaders. I'm the sort of person who I don't necessarily just pick one shader and put it down the line. I like to mix and match.
This is designed by a committee of thousands, by the way. Phil the Deal
Yes.
in our Mixer chat says this actually looks really good.
Yeah.
So the,
And I know it's faux pas to have void armor glow when I'm actually running an art class, but it looks fabulous, so I'm doing it.
it really does.
Yeah. All right. So there we go. Nice. Pretty happy with that.
Looking good.
fantastic. I am taking
So?
notes because I too like my arc helper buddy right
Yes.
over my shoulder.
Yeah. All right. I think I'm ready.
Their ghosts are so lame, though.
All right.
She also has no tabs for a ghost. Either she A, has no ghosts,
So
or...
everyone else started off by showing off some of their gear. I actually want to step in real quick to my subclass choice because this actually might be a little new for what people are playing out in the wild right now. And so I've already selected it, but as you can see,
What?
I'm actually going bottom path Void Hunter. And I know top path and middle path are the most popular options right now. And so the Sandbox team actually did an update to the Void subclasses, gave them a little bit of love. And so I kind of want to show it off a little bit here, show that the
What?
bottom path actually is viable now. And so
What?
I'm just going to quickly hover over these things. I won't go into too much detail. You guys can screen cap it or whatever you want out there as you're watching the streams. But the main thing is, like, there's a really cool synergy now between the smoke bomb that the hunter has as well as the grenade. And so those two things kind of tie back and forth into, if I can throw my smoke bomb down, and with the bottom path,
I don't remember what the old
make
perks were
hunters
for
know, it
this.
actually makes you and your allies invisible. So I'll be trying to do.
Did Nova Bomb get a
in this
thing?
stream, but that actually recharges my grenade energy. And
That's
then,
what I care about. Did Warlocks
my
get a
grenade
thing?
up,
I don't
when
think they
throw
did.
that on
I
an
think
enemy
we
and it
already
starts to
skipped
take
all
the enemy with
Warlocks
damage.
stuff.
It actually increases my melee energy charge. So I'm
Interesting.
actually able to kind of create this cycle of feeding those two things back into each other.
And very opposing aesthetics.
I love how they're all
between
using the
Warlock
Dreaming
that is
City
consuming
Sparrow for some
grenades to
reason.
have a helper buddy and
That's
a
nice.
hunter that just wants to throw them everywhere so that they can disappear. And
Oh, this is pretty cool so far.
I'm going into
I like
the
this.
back lines of the enemy team,
This is
and
very
those are
interesting,
the
and they're
ones that are
doing a
gonna
good
help
job
me
of
get out
showing
it.
it off.
Worst case, I'll just make myself
Look,
invisible.
I've got Luna. You'll be fine.
Exactly.
You'll be fine.
Exactly. And so then I'm also going to try something.
He's running double
a little
shotgun.
Unique here when it comes to my weapon loadout, and so in my kinetic
Threat
slot here, I'm
level.
actually going with the shotgun, and then also in my heavy slot, I'm going with the shotgun.
Beautiful.
And the reason for this is with the Solstice gear, the hunter will automatically roll with arc energy. And arc actually has an affinity with shotguns, and so this actually ties those two things in really well. And so that's my hope. We'll see how well it works out. And so I'll start off with the helmet like everyone else.
Please don't equip him. Oh no! He's gonna have to equip them all. No! Oh my gosh, no!
So,
Look, dude, I
first things
love your
first,
I love your
like I
perks,
said,
bro.
We're gonna be doing shotgun stuff, so I'm gonna do my shotgun. Give me a more.
And that
more
works with
ammo.
accuracy.
It's definitely one of the
Specials.
more interesting
We're gonna see how well this works.
live streams. I feel like I'm watching
Let's
someone
give
go
some
through this really
love to the
slowly.
hand cannon, and so I'm gonna do some precision weapon targeting.
Ooh, yeah, that's actually
And
that's
then
like
I got,
shotguns.
Some points left over, and so I can come in here again, and like you guys are doing, figure out what I want to slot in here. Some of these I can't afford, but luckily I can do this. We're going to be doing a strike later, so this will help us melt the boss more quickly.
Ooh, are they gonna? Are they gonna show off a new
It's
strike?
also nice because you're
Show off a new strike.
focusing on
Come on,
the
Bungo,
energy
show off a new
gain.
strike.
That means you might not need to spend as many
Exactly.
mods for your energy gear gains, so you can spend those on something else instead.
Yep. So let's keep doing more shotgun stuff.
Yeah.
Shotgun loader.
Then I probably want something with my
Arms is all about
Yeah,
reloading.
you're the only
See,
one
this is kind of cool because now I can kind of feel about like what each like thing does.
And, then that
And
actually
since you have
knocks
more
out, so
freedom to
I wanna
basically
do this
choose
one.
what kind of mod you have, rather than having to
And,
roll
for
and
my
hope that you
exotic,
get a
I'm going with
cool
the 6
version of
Coyote,
a
and so
armor.
this again gives me
When
a
so much
second
armor can
dodge,
roll in the
and
game.
if you
Same with
know
weapons. I wish weapons
my
had this
subclass
kind of
choice,
stuff
I'm
too.
actually going with
Just
Gamble
add this whole
Dodges,
system to weapons. That'd be so
as
much
long as
cool.
I'm doing
That'd
my
be so
dodge
cool.
to enemies, I'll be able to get my smoke grenade up more often, or my smoke bomb up. And let's go through this. And so for this one's actually solar because it's a exotic, and so exotics can roll with any of the different energy types. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to spec into hand cannons again. And then I'm going to go in here and actually put some points into my intellect.
Ayo, this guy's got class. I'm sorry, Warlocks and Titans, but dang, the Hunters have shown themselves to be the
Pants,
ultimate class right here.
Again.
Pulling off shotguns,
Whatever.
pulling off
grieves
freaking, whatever.
Dungarees.
their pants.
Panties.
I think Titans are. I think Warlock will have. I hope
shotgun
Warlocks
scavenger,
have
'cause
basically
we're gonna have two shotgun
naturally
rifles, so this is
rolled
gonna help me
solar
pick up
because
more ammo.
Gotta get those
that'd be
shots.
dope.
Exactly.
Solar's
That's
best.
a good
Solar's
example
the
of
best
showing,
one.
like,
I'm sorry.
can't equip two
You
shotguns
can
together.
laugh at me all you want, you void
Just say that
scrubs.
It's already applied.
It says no.
Fight me.
This does not stack. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your budget.
A little bit more hand cannon love. And then here, because I have 4 points, I'm going to actually put that into my class ability recharge. So this kind of, again, helps me with my exotic choice from earlier. And lastly, we're going to go into my cape.
Oh, dude, you better
my
put the ornament on your
piece
cape. I don't know what the ornament on the cape does, but you better darn do it.
It's also spec into getting my melee back a little bit more quickly. And then last, let's top it off with getting my super bag. And so everyone else started off with their helmet for doing their appearance. I'm a hunter. We all know where I'm going. We dress
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so
we know.
I'm gonna go down to appearances in my cape. And
No capes.
we have a bunch of different options here. But I've already like done a little perusing. I think I know what I want to go with, and it's gonna be this guy right
Oh
here.
yeah.
You know?
See,
Ooh.
it matches the chest.
Yes.
Exactly.
Coyote themed build. Beautiful. Okay.
And so with this, I think I'm also going to do a little bit of shader work on it. I like the very monochrome look for the shader, so I'm just going to go nice and clean with this one. And then I actually like the look of the Solstice gear with this exotic, and so I'm actually going to keep this looking this way. But the last thing I want to do is, because Rodney didn't have the glow, I want to make him feel a little jealous. And so I'm just going to go in here, slap it on my arm so you can see it a little bit. It's not too much, right?
What is a
Yeah,
lot? That's pretty flashy, Tomo.
I'm a hunter. This
Oh,
is
you
nothing.
can't see it too
Yeah,
much.
that's nothing.
It only changes my profile.
Yeah. But and there you go. And so now I'm actually gonna, if you look over at my stats,
These guys are like
kinda see,
fighting
what
like
I'm
in the
expecting
live
to
stream.
do.
Like, shut up.
I
Your thing is not
definitely
nearly as
have
cool as
a good
mine.
amount of points into.
Yeah, he's got a
like I was
good
saying earlier,
base
with, like, trying to
going
get my
on.
melee up more often, and then I'm gonna.
But
try
my
to
mans,
up.
you gotta focus on intellect. Charging super is gonna be the worst thing in PvP, as everyone pops in the most amount of intellect, and nobody cares about anything else, and we all get
as the
spammed
season
with supers,
progresses
and
too,
everything in Crucible gets
right
way
now we have
worse.
a bunch of the mods already unlocked
Hooray.
for us, but there's other ways that, like the artifact, for example, that we're not diving too deep into it today. It'll be able to give you mods later on this season, and those the offerings from that also change season over season. So just because you saw this once doesn't mean that you're good for the.
They say anything cool?
Your Destiny life.
So, popular question from all of the chat rooms that we're monitoring right now. We're going to have all these new mods to pick from. What does this do to the old mods?
Oh, yeah, that's
So
good
we're not
point.
actually going to deprecate any of the old mods.
Okay.
You can hang on to them. You can keep using them. You can keep using your pre-armor 2.0 armor as well. It won't burst
Sure.
into flames or anything,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So it'll still work.
So if I have a god roll that nothing will part
Yeah.
me from this god roll,
Yeah.
I can keep that. I can keep modifying it.
Yep, I think you're going to want to eventually switch to Armor 2.0, but you know you can transition over. But also mods dismantle into mod components. Mod components are what you're going to use to buy mods from the gunsmith. So
Okay,
if
good.
you want to get rid of like a bunch of old mods that you're not using anymore,
Looks like I'm gonna have to
you'll be able
save
convert
a
those
lot of my
into
mod
new
components
mods
now.
as you buy them.
Don't buy
City
any
of
more.
economy,
Should
but
not have
it's good
spent
to
all
be
the
an
ones I
option
did
can use
before.
for everything in my everything.
Yeah.
in my
Yeah,
vault.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even notice they hit the class they're using
We
above their
have
heads.
Our Guardians built. We have our fire team that is perfectly articulated.
Now to wait 30
you
minutes on
actually
a loading
had a
screen.
strike in mind when you were making all these decisions.
Yes.
So let's open our director and let's pick the mission that we're going to play.
Yeah, we're going to play a tree of probabilities.
Okay.
It's one of the Mercury strikes. So I'll go ahead and
Oh
and
god.
save that.
Go for launch.
Yeah.
And then we will be looking to you for.
You couldn't have played a new
specific
Shadowkeep
lovely
strike?
Moments where you can call out exactly how these mods are impacting combat.
They're all using the
Looking
same
forward
ship.
to a lot of sentient arc helper buddy
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
he's-
sitting on your shoulder
Yes.
like a deadly parrot.
Arc Buddy is basically the greatest.
He's gonna be the real
Yeah.
MVP of this stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
He's
And-
got his own line in the PGCR.
And like I mentioned,
Put him
like
to shame.
on its own, this exotic does a pretty decent job of getting grenade energy back if you're getting hits. But I put so much into grenade energy for those times when like I might use it and it's not getting a lot of hits back, or I die in the middle of it, just to make certain that Arc Buddy is always going to be with me.
All right. And then we've got our Titan support character with Lumina, just
Yeah.
shooting to heal.
Yeah, most of I'm going to be focusing on getting my noble rounds up so that I've got a good store of them for when these two, or mostly Tomo.
It's gonna be
Let's be
me.
honest,
It's gonna be
Tomo.
Tomo.
I'll be the one that's asking for help.
They're not playing a hard
It's
strike
in
though.
danger and
They
I
don't
don't
need to
mind
do
dying. I want to have the noble rounds.
any of this stuff, right? Like,
One of the
That's what
rare
I'm
instances
wondering.
in which my friend is going behind enemy lines, so I will shoot him in the back.
I will shoot him.
All right.
All right.
Let's do this.
Get him
Are
as
we
a
going
foot.
left or right?
Let's
Left or right?
go. All right, Arc Buddy, get to work. Yeah.
All you got to
You
do
know-
is walk around.
No, and
All
this.
the bad guys went right.
See, this is
you guys
this is nice because it works really well with the fusion rifles because I can take my time. I don't have to be hasty about shooting. I can line up and charge up without a lot of distress. So I am, Arc Buddy's doing a lot of work, and I'm actually playing in a very leisurely fashion, and just always trying to keep him up, and kill stealing from everyone else. I can't quite control him. He's very enthusiastic.
He's a strong,
And you can see
independent
now,
Arc Buddy.
like I.
Alright, so class shows up as instead of the level,
Keep doing that.
which good, because
Arc Buddy,
A,
seriously.
I could care less about people's level, because everyone is level 50, and if you're not level 50, then okay, it's pretty obvious.
Have
But I
plenty
mean,
special because
yeah.
I'm not spending too much.
Another time where Bungie's making good UI decisions that I don't think people are really noticing. Unless it's just like an inside the lab kind of thing, but I really hope that's not the
Do
case.
we want to call out the ammo finder? So if you switch over to my it went I accidentally picked it up. I got too close. Oh well, we'll do it again later. We'll do it again later.
He'll come up again.
Who's got left to kill?
We'll show that later, but you did indicate that when your ammo finder is working, you want to be able to call that out, give people sort of a visual cue in some new and interesting ways. So
Yeah.
we'll find a moment to show exactly how that works soon.
Oh, there's guys over
There's
here.
guys over here.
They're hiding from
They
us.
were hiding. A bunch of jerks.
They're all gonna drop heavy ammo.
Arc Buddy.
They were.
were.
Arc Buddy is terrifying. Oh, there's one. I found another one. Switch back to me. So you see that ammo has a special glow on it. That means that that ammo was specifically generated from my ammo finder.
Oh, that's cool.
So you can kind of tell, like, oh, it's actually doing something. That's how I can tell.
And at the moment it happened, you also get an indicator on your HUD as well, so that if it happens in the middle of a firefight, you can see that you get a little buff that tells you, hey,
You done did it.
you got it.
You
got
done
some
did
ammo."
it.
You done good. You did good.
Do. All right.
You know, we talked earlier a little bit about how you're going to be able to pull your...
Why did they play the one strike that we've all played like a million times? Like, you picked out of all the strikes you could have picked, you picked the one that is always the Nightfall every week.
Call out my tester did a really great job of...
That's messed up,
Good
Bungie.
job, Ryan. And that is that all legendary armors in the game are going to drop as armor 2.0 from Shadowkeep.
Is it
on.
bugged?
So basically, any armor drop at that point from
Well, that's
any
weird.
source that's legendary is going to be armor 2.0 armor. So that means all the planetary armor sets.
Okay.
If you go back and do
Love you, Mom.
Raid, or Constellation Protocol or whatever, or Dreaming City or pick your pick, right? It's all going to be dropping as armor 2.0 armor.
Even if you're pulling it off a vendor, like if Anna Bray has my favorite Warlock chest piece because it looks like Tuxedo Tails, I can go back and say, hey, give me the new stuff.
Yep,
And
we
wonderful.
updated those with, they have fixed rolls, so you're still going to want to get a drop because the fixed rolls tend to be pretty, middle of the road-ish.
Yep.
So if you want to, you're going to want to be chasing better stat rolls that fit the kind of build that you're going to make, or higher stat rolls, honestly. So you're going to want to, still get those drops, but if you just want to grab one of the vendor pieces, it will be armor 2.0.
So now, what they're saying is that the only random rule thing now that you're going to be focusing on in armor is those stats, like those number stats.
Yeah. We will see if we can get any combatants to show up here, and then I can go over some of the changes with the subclass.
I'll rein in Arc Buddy for now, so you can show off.
Yeah.
Let's see. Come on, guys.
There they are.
Oh, the sign is
Yeah.
very squirrely.
There's all kinds of sounds over here. In fact,
Yep, my armor finder
I may
traded.
have jumped right into the middle of combat. I might need your help, Rodney.
Where are you at?
Oh, yeah.
Out of here.
So as you can see, whenever I chuck my grenade and I'm actually able to hit something with it, then I'll be getting my melee cooldown back. And then the other cool thing is if I can get myself, and especially allies, with the smoke to make us invisible, then it'll also increase my grenade cooldown.
Also, if you make me invisible while Arc Buddy is out, Arc Buddy shooting does not break invisibility.
Yes, it is amazing. It's an invisible
Is there
death
anything
machine.
Arc Buddy can't do? That's
It
the real
can't do
question.
my taxes. It's.
Have we tried though?
I mean, it's pretty brute force, It
I'm picking my nose on
pretty much
live.
knows only one thing.
So if you
You're welcome,
do
guys.
taxes, but you get auto.
Yes.
Probably.
Yes, precisely.
Arc Buddy's stealing my kills.
I'm sorry, he's got a mind of its own. Literally, he's sentient.
It's very good.
Never apologize for Arc Buddy.
Oh, I won't.
We've seen mention of this in chat, but indeed, if you look at your teammates in any instance, whether you're in the tower or if you're on a strike, over their heads you can see which class they are.
Thank you.
So if you want to make some immediate educated decisions as to how someone's playing, we're not giving you a number over their heads now. We're letting you know if they are Hunter, Titan, or Warlock.
Hello, Dad.
Some of the different subtle UI changes. That
Yeah,
happen.
she just.
These all go live October
Yeah,
1st.
she just got home.
All right, let's see here.
Sure.
Got my seat. Whoop. I did a thing where I jumped. I leapt before I looked. Everything's fine. Everything's under control.
Rodney, I also try to play as a support player. And,
I'm not.
so I'm taking a lot of notes as to how you built your Titan. But aside from Lumina, because I never touch hand cannons, what are some of the things that your build is enhancing your support player?
Yeah, so
Specialty.
one of the big ones that I'm really relying on right now a lot is my ability to give overshields to my allies with melees. And I've got to basically stick with my friends and get those melee kills, but the Titan, the Defender Titan, is able to basically give himself and his allies an overshield with the melee kill, right? And so one of the things I was doing when I was building with my mods was making sure that that powered melee was up pretty often, because basically if it's already kind of a challenge to be in close proximity to your allies and also getting a melee kill at the moment when they need it. So I want to make sure that if I'm in that situation, I've got my melee up and ready to go.
Sure. I mentioned that we're going to be talking a little bit about supers at a later date, and obviously certain things are best left to be discovered by players in the game, but if you want to just show off one, since you're meleeing, since you're doing the punching, if you want to just show off one finishing move as a little hors d'oeuvre.
Yes!
You get permission to show off the finisher. Right as there's not enough.
Right as there's not enough bad guys for finish.
Hey, you don't have to do it right now.
Alright, so we are getting a finishing move in this, finally. Thank God.
Yes.
You gotta show us one. Come on, you gotta tickle our balls a little bit,
You'll
Bungie.
discover in your own time the finishing moves. I mean, if you know everything about this game when it launches on October 1st, we've done you a great disservice. So we know how much people love to wait for things, but at the same time, we want your real-time moment in the action to be full of.
You totally accident.
All right, I'm gonna be Hunter.
Oh!
Stupid thing that is jumping through the envelopes.
All right, do it. Yeah. Tell us a bit about that shadow shot.
Yeah, so the shadow shot actually got a buff, especially with its damage. So you're gonna, especially in PvP, but even in PvE, you're gonna feel a good amount of damage from it. And then, like I said earlier, I've definitely been going back and forth between my grenades and my melee charges to make sure that I have those up as frequently as possible. And I think once we go through here, I'll try to make everyone
Definitely an interesting
we can have Rodney
thing they're
pop
doing.
maybe the word on.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's
absolutely.
talk about
once we're
Word
on
of
the,
Dawn.
once we're on the ledge.
All right.
Yeah. All right. So Word of Dawn. I don't even really know that I need to say anything because I think people are pretty much going to figure it out as soon as I use it.
That's true.
That's
The
true.
content speaks for
Monitoring
itself.
chat.
Monitoring chat.
Prepare chat.
I mean,
Alright,
Let's
let's.
know what you see when.
what if someone's just listening and not watching? You know?
Well, that's just.
Well, that is true.
I kind of want to see what happens. I want to see what people. Yeah, people are. Bungo, please nerf Scions.
It's true.
Alright.
People are ready.
Alright, y'all ready for this? Here
We're
we
ready.
go. We got bad
Yeah.
guys.
All right.
And you might use Weapons of Light
Yep.
back by
Oh!
Yep. It's must-see GG, Weapons of Light. I believe that was the first instance in chat for Mixer. Let's see, over on Twitch. Over shield outside of Bubble. Chat prepared. Bubble time. Weapons of Light, baby, says Mastermind.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's really
Ah! Weapons of Light is back?
to be kept from this community.
That's true.
Whoa.
All right.
That's gonna change a lot of things.
Here, Scion. All right.
But
make sure my arc buddy is up when I do the sparrow part because it likes to shoot at
Oh,
people
as
that
you're
drive by.
running.
That's amazing.
Come on, arc buddy. Woohoo!
I don't know if you can see the scrolling here, but both chat windows are extremely pleased with
Good.
your tactical choices, right?
Yeah.
Good.
Get him, arc buddy. Pew 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 pew. Pew. I don't think he. Oh, he actually got someone. Good job.
Weapons of Light plus radiance.
Okay, that was fun. That was
Oh,
that was
no.
Our buddy riding shotgun.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you talk about these balancing issues, and then you bring back Weapons of Light. I guess it comes back to the thing where Titans become good in PvP, PvE now, and PvP. Because I mean, Armors of Light and Weapons of Light is a pretty cool combination. It's both.
That's a good word. Chill.
Yeah.
It's a very chill
It makes
place to
Word of Dawn
you
actually
know,
useful now for
sort of
once.
hanging back.
Very nonchalant.
Every
Pajama
now and then I'll
party.
take a shot. You know.
Special occasions.
So now you can hammer strike. You can have a ward of dawn. You can have a well of radiance. You can have a tether. Ooh.
Alas.
And an empowering rift, but I don't know empowering rift
I think the
stacks. I
laugh
don't think it
was
does.
really all I needed.
Sorry. I can't on.
And talking about your ammo stuff, it is worth also pointing out that in
Tomo, make me invisible.
this activity,
Yes.
you're not super starved for ammo right
That's
now.
true, yeah.
But in other activities, maybe something
You
where we have
missed.
famine
I did.
on, it could
so
even
far ahead.
become important for someone who's not running double specials
Right.
Sure.
as well. So
You can
like-
anticipate really cool conversations like,
Yeah.
what are the mods, what are the burns, like what are the challenges
exactly.
for this week?
Yeah.
Right. And there might be a situation where like, hey,
Why are we following her? She has the most boring gameplay out of all these dudes.
Activity or whatever.
I'm
is
sorry, but
particularly
she's
nasty.
just
So
kind
let's all
of,
stock
like she
up
said,
on
she's taking it
the
leisurely.
avoid resistance mods or whatever, just to give ourselves a little bit of extra.
There we
a
go.
little bit extra
Yeah.
cushion.
Sure.
I would imagine like you would probably be like shifting things up as you know, if you want to go to a different activity or if you want to change out your loadout, it's relatively simple to just pop in.
Straight into the rock.
Just
Yeah.
make adjustments since the mods are no longer consumable. There's a small glimmer cost to slotting them, but otherwise it's
500.
flexible for
I'm a
for
small
moving
glimmer
around.
class.
But there will be
A
activities.
year
where
250,000,
you
I
want the
understand,
build,
but
That's
that
true.
stuff is
So
small.
make some very tough choices before you play one of those activities.
Yeah.
You know, that's where we want teamwork to play a big role as well, right? Like we did a little bit of pre-match coordinating, but there are even mods where, like, if Lisa, for example, you know, she knew she was going to be starved for ammo, but she wanted to spend her mods on something else, I might be able to actually help her with her
Yeah.
ammo economy as well.
Yeah.
So,
So you can
Create
coordinate
some
a little nice.
team synergy.
Synergy, that's the word.
And if you're a solo player, you can
Bubble
take a
back
look
here.
at how your team is playing the game
Where? Oh, found it.
and make adjustments. You know, the team I've been matched with is not good at something, so I'm going to overcompensate for the rest of them. All right, you have boss melting mods, so show goodness.
We just showed it.
he turned.
Yeah, basically
We didn't quite
Tomo's,
get him.
Tomo's style of jumping in recklessly, the boss resist mod is helpful for that when he
Exactly.
goes to try and punch it out with this guy.
And when I need to, I just go invisible and make everyone else invisible
Yeah.
too.
you
Yep.
know.
So they highlight like that. That's
Save
the
loadouts, or are they going to have to memorize their favorite loadouts?
that highlight
and
is,
change them
hey,
out
now I can
from
use my
activity
finishing
to
move.
activity?
I think this is where you're going to want to keep a couple of different pieces of armor handy. So, like, if you've got a particular loadout that you
He's-
like for,
You could totally do that
whatever, you might
finishing
just have a crucial
move.
set.
He did it once though.
Okay,
We saw
I'll
it
check
once.
this out,
That was pretty
quickly.
cool. That
Because
was
you can
definitely
have
probably the
as
best
many
part of this whole
mods
stream
as
was
you want, as
freaking
many
finishing
pieces of armor as
moves.
you want.
Oh,
It's
dude,
pretty
that's
easy,
I can already
and
tell.
it's
I'm probably gonna
actually
have to
kind of,
buy some
kind of
finishing
doing
moves
this
because they're gonna
and
be
say, like, okay, well,
so
I'm gonna
freaking
use
cool
this
looking.
literal
And it's actually something that
set
actually
as my
comes into
piece of
gameplay,
armor
but
and
won't
just
also
make sure that the
affect
mods I
gameplay.
have socketed in fit the playstyle that
It's
I want.
weird.
I
Like
will remind you, and this is my fault because I put you on the spot, but our audience does want to see a finishing move from your Titan.
Oh, all right. Well, someone finish this. We'll see.
Oh,
Unless
yeah.
Arc Buddy
Oh, did they not
kills
see it
him.
earlier?
Unless
Oh,
Arc
okay.
Buddy kills. Who's on screen?
It's you, Rodney.
It's
It's
Rodney.
me?
All right.
Okay, well.
Arc Buddy will weaken him down.
So
Okay.
you'll see that little dot over the head.
Boom.
There you
Punch
go.
him right in the wall.
that's what that dot is.
Very nice. Very nice.
The first one's free.
First one's free. You have to wait for the rest. All right.
That's pretty cool.
That time.
It's about that time to
What
finish
time
the
is it?
strike.
Kill this boss time.
It's final boss time.
So
Oh, I did the thing where I died. I
Don't-
died.
don't
I'm
die.
sorry.
Fall.
Oh, no.
I fell. I fell off. I'm sorry.
Which mod gives you an emergency quadruple jump for when you find yourself floating over the cliff? Again, with the
I feel
less
like
than
we-
no laugh.
I feel like we should have a parachute mod.
Yes.
Oh.
Thank you for coming back for me.
Jetpack mod.
I am the support character.
That's
so
true. It's your
I
job.
came back
Thanks
for
for
you.
doing your job.
Good job.
Ooh, I almost did
All
it
right,
again.
let's do this thing.
Never rely on applause.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Oh,
he barely got damaged at all by the boss,
let's punch in here.
unless that's boss
You're
resist.
not- oh, I almost died. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Everything will be
Arc
okay.
Buddy's here. Oh, you killed him before Arc Buddy got to shoot him. Rude.
Are we worried about Arc Buddy's feelings now?
Yes, we are. He's
Arc
sentient.
Buddy is sentient.
He's
yeah.
sentient.
Yeah.
He has hopes and dreams.
All right.
Mission complete.
Very
We
nice.
did
did it.
And the crowd goes wild.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yay.
What a handsome looking team.
That's right.
And well appointed to support each other and
The guy with the beard's like,
with each other's
Yeah,
strengths and weaknesses. That's how it's going to go. This has just been a taste of how things are going to.
I know, he didn't show actually like
Starting
anything
October
other than
1st,
armor.
Obviously,
legit.
you won't have this many
guess
riches,
I wasn't wrong.
They had to play with. Going to need to play some Destiny. Going to need to go out and get some new armor pieces. We'll start you off with your Solstice set and one of your favorite exotics for each build. And from there, you'll be earning these mods. Pay a visit to the gunsmith. This has just been one way to build a Titan, a Warlock, and a Hunter. We can't wait for you to show us all of the other ways in which this is all going to go down.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
For the
Thank you.
master level thesis. Rodney, Lisa, Tomo. Playing in the development environment on test accounts. So if you're trying to send them friend invites, these are not the droids you're looking for. But we look forward to playing the game with you. Shadowkeep and New Light come out on October 1st. Final show note, final programming note before we go. If you are members of our PC community, we love you dearly, and we hope that you're going to be migrating with us to our new home on Steam. Here's a little news piece that we released last week, just to set your sights on the fact that next week we're going to be clicking some buttons on Bungie.net to make sure that your Guardians will be waiting for you on the new platform on October 1st when the new games begin. Thank you so much for watching, and we will talk to you again soon. Got a lot more to say about this game.
Thank you for the
before it
wait.
comes out. We'll be at Gamescom. We'll be at PAX. So if we don't meet you in the wild, we'll see you in the tower.
Bye.
Okay. Anyways. Right.
For the hounds of war are loose.
Even a Titan can do it. I remember that. October 1st, 2019. Alright, people. I'm hyped. I think, as any of you are. I just wanted to say, overall, that wasn't a bad stream. Like, I don't know. It's interesting because it really was probably going over one of the smaller changes, and they went over a strike we've already seen. Biggest parts were obviously that the finishing move was freaking awesome, and I'm so happy that those are going to be. I'm not so happy that those are going to be cosmetic, and that we're going to have to pay for those, you know, and stuff like that, rather than being earned in game. But hopefully there will be a couple that are earned in game, you know. That'd be cool. But for the most part, yeah, it was new armor in the game. I'm excited to see, obviously, as we go on. I'm liking that at least with this is like a basic fundamental game changer that we need to know more about before we go into it. We're not just learning about it, so people aren't uploading videos and people aren't like, oh, I'm confused how this works. You're at least getting some stuff in, you know, and talking about this, you know, beforehand. At least we know, you know, how this armor is going to work. And I think that's cool. Ward of Dawn has been buffed. And it's making me feel like Well of Radiance is almost 100% going to get nerfed. Luke Smith talked about how that was an issue for them. I think, I really do think that it's going to be nerfed. I really do think that not only is it going to be nerfed, it's the reason Ward of Dawn to come in is to give Titans a reason to be viable in PvE again, and that people wouldn't want to play them, which is cool. Ward of Dawn is awesome, and I'm happy to feel those D1 vibes with Taken King and playing with that kind of stuff. I mean, I don't know, guys. That's really all I can say. Alright, so highlights. Armor looks awesome. I loved what they're doing with it. So much better. I think for the most part, the biggest issue for me comes in with one second, I'm gonna put a face cam real quick. The biggest issue for me when it comes to armor is that random rolls are random. You don't really get a choice about what kind of armor you like. But not only that, but yeah, like I think what Bungie was talking about, there's a disconnection there between here's my favorite looking armor, like my Solstice armor, and here's my armor that's actually good. Like when I was doing Crucible and I was trying to get like some like grenade launcher kills for the Mountaintop quest, I'm just feeling like, of course, people are posting in the thing. It's very interesting. People are posting in the I think Twitch. Anyways, the point is that this is really cool, and I really hope we get more changes like this that are fundamental when Shadowkeep comes in. Biggest thing with this now is now we have this system for armor. Can we get this system for guns? I know that's a lot different for guns, because guns, if you can choose the specific perks on it, then things are going to get really OP, but, I mean, I don't know. I like this system for armor, and it should work for guns too, but guns are its own thing, I think, and I think it's going to stay the way it is with its random rolls and its curated rolls, and you know what? Fine. Whatever. I think that's part of the fun. But armor, I don't think is as fun to randomly roll, you know, in comparison. So, for sure, this was fun. So, again, highlights are Armor 2.0 looks awesome. I'm excited for it. Stats look cool. Intellect, strength, and discipline are all coming back. Thank goodness. Those really needed to be brought back. Those things were annoying me that they weren't being made. Finally, I can stop caring about stuff like how much resilience I have or how much mobility I have, because I can focus on things like super recharge rate, which was my favorite thing to focus on in D1. And back in D1, Rise of Iron style, the biggest thing was maxing out how big those stats could get. Now you can do that again. Finishing moves, again, like I said, finishing move is awesome. Titan's finishing move, but I'm guessing that's probably the most basic one and probably one of the first. If you even get one to begin with, I'm hoping you have to at least get one, right? Like I'm assuming you can't just like not have finishing moves. Like some people with cosmetics and finishing moves, and others is like, no, you're not allowed to have a finishing move. Like you gotta give it to everyone. But the question is what's the basic one gonna be? You know. Anyways, that Ward of Dawn got buffed. The Hunter subclass also got buffed, but like I don't know how. Was that bottom tree bad originally? I don't know. Well, whether we wanted it or not, we've stepped into a war with the Cabal on Mars. So let's get out to taking their command. Valus Tarak, the first of the Red... No, not the Red Legion. I don't know. Valus Tarak. From what I can gather, he's part of the... He commands the siege dancers in the Imperial land tank outside the Rubicon. Yeah, apparently people are just spamming that in the chat for freaking freaking the Twitch chat, just whether we want it or not. Probably gonna put that in my description. Actually, it's an original joke. Anyways, again, thanks for joining me, and we might do more Deltarune Repainted, maybe for the DaBoss fight, but I don't know. We will. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you did, this was cool. Yeah, but not the best live stream. Hopefully there's better coming in the future.